As I said before, I'm not going to show you all the features of Selenium. My intent is not really to talk so much about Selenium, but to give you an idea how JUnit can be used for more than just unit testing and even integration testing, and can be used as a driver for other test frameworks like Selenium. So I'm going to give you a very quick tutorial on how to get Selenium started. We're just going to create a very basic Selenium test, and we're going to drive it with JUnit. We're going to go to docs.seleniumhq.org. From here, if you click on download, you can find the Selenium server jar, and we can download the latest version. Go ahead and save that. And I went ahead and saved this in a library directory on my PC. I'm going to go ahead and add that to our project. We'll go to our test project, and I'm going to go to our build path, configure the build path, add an external jar. I'm going to go in here and add the Selenium server standalone jar. Now that's all we need to do in order to be able to use Selenium. I'm going to go into our tests, and I'm going to create a new class, and I'm going to call this Selenium tests. Now one thing I'm going to do is I'm going to disable that infinite test at this point, because things get a little bit weird when windows start popping up and running tests when you save files. So we probably don't want to use the continuous testing for this. So I'm just going to go ahead and go to the Eclipse Marketplace, and I'm going to uninstall this really quickly. And we'll go ahead and restart Eclipse. And now let's go ahead and create our Selenium tests. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to create a test, just like I did with any other JUnit test. And I'm going to call this Can Open Google. We're just going to open up Google and type in a search. And we're going to basically create an instance of what's called a web driver. We'll call it driver. And then we'll do a new Firefox driver. So you will need to have Firefox installed in order to use this. And this is the default browser that Selenium uses. You can use other browsers, and I talk more about this in my Selenium course if you're interested. But the easiest thing to do is to use Firefox. Then we're going to do driver.get, and we're going to pass in the URL. We're going to say http google.com. That should open up the Google web page. Then we're going to create a web element called search box, and we're going to set this equal to driver.findElement by .name, and we're looking for Q. That's what Google uses for the name of their search box. Then we're going to do search box dot send keys to send some keys to the search box. We're going to send the keys Pluralsight. So we'll do a search on Pluralsight. Then we're going to just do searchbox.submit just to go ahead and do that search. So pretty simple, pretty straightforward. Again, not going into all the details of Selenium. If you want to find out more about Selenium, you can check out my course. But the point that I want to make here is that JUnit is very useful for testing this out and for driving Selenium. If we didn't have JUnit, we'd have to write a console application or some application that would drive this, and it'd be hard for us to report on tests or do asserts. All of the stuff that JUnit gives us really is suited for any kind of testing that you want to do. It drives it for you. You're basically just using JUnit as a driver to let you do whatever you want to do as far as testing frameworks go. So let's go ahead and run this test. I'm just going to do run as JUnit test, and you should see a browser window pop up here. And you can see that the browser window popped up and it did a search on Pluralsight.